All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I leave all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to all you Iconists pushing this truth and true sincerity. Just in the news video, today is October 25th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. But before I get into this article, I want to start off with this scripture. Ecclesiastes 3:1, a time for everything. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. Excuse me, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. We're not in the time of Babylon the Great building up. Because the current president that's in office, if he's still alive, which I believe he ain't alive, but anyways, it says a time to build up. Now, one of the slogans was "Build Back Better," and then the other guy, the orange guy who was serving fries at McDonald's this week, "Make America Great Again." All right, we're not in a time for that. A time to weep and a time to laugh. You people will be weeping soon, but right now, you people are in this pseudo laugh state with Halloween coming up. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. And this is all balance right here. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. And right now it's time for the servants of prophets to speak. I was watching that Apostle Hart video about if you're not diligent, the Lord is going to delete you. And really, it's a time to speak, man. It's like really all hands on deck as far as pushing out this word. Because, hey, I want to get the hell up out of here, man. The more that we push the vibration of Babylon being destroyed and our enemies starting with Amalek, Esau going down, hey, man, we got to keep putting that vibration out there. That we got to keep chanting this place down. A time to love and a time to hate. And we keep telling our people, hey, these people don't love you, man. Esau, starting with Amalek, they don't like you. They hate you. You have enemies. A time of war, this is the main point. A time of war and a time of peace. Before we get to the kingdom of heaven and a time of peace forever and ever and ever, we got to go through the end of the age of Esau and go through this time of war. And this is just new news off the press. All right. Israel launches military strikes against Iran. October 25th, 2024. This is 8:11 p.m. And here in Atlanta, Georgia, it's at 8:25. And look at that. Rockets seen over Jerusalem as a siren sounds a warning of incoming missiles fired from Iran in Jerusalem. Now this is from, I believe, October 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Israel launched airstrikes early Saturday. Now it's Saturday over there, all right. On what it described. Well, let's see what time it is over in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv time. Well, Jerusalem. I mean, it's 3:25 a.m. in Tel Aviv. Let's see about Jerusalem. Just bear with me for a sec. It's 3:26, same time. Let's look at Tehran, Iran. What time is it over there? Bear with me 1 second. It's 3:56. So it's 3:26 in Jerusalem, and in Tehran, Iran, it's 3:56. All right, so this is all in the morning. It says Israel launched airstrikes early Saturday on what it described as military targets in Iran in retaliation for a ballistic missile assault October 1st. Officials said there was no immediate information on damage in the Islamic Republic. Israel's military described the attacks as precise strikes on military targets in Iran without immediately elaborating. They ain't got time to speak. They about that action. The regime in Iran and its proxies in the region have been relentlessly attacking Israel since October 7th. On 7 fronts, including direct attacks from Iranian soil, and our Israeli military statement said, like every other sovereign country in the world, the state of Israel has the right and the duty to respond. In Tehran, the Iranian capital, the sound of explosions, that's the spirit. It's 350. It's about 3:57 in Tehran, Iran right now, and they getting hit. In Tehran, the Iranian capital, the sound of explosions could be heard. With state-run media, they're initially acknowledging the blast and saying some of the sounds came from air defense systems around the city. A Tehran resident told the Associated Press that at least 7 explosions could be heard, which rattled the surrounding area. The resident spoke on the condition of anonymity for fear of reprisals. Meanwhile, state media in Syria described its airstrikes as targeting hostile targets there as well. Iran has launched 2 ballistic missile attacks on Israel in recent months amid the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip that began with the Hamas attacks on Israel on October 7, 2023. All right, it's about a year in a few days since that happened. Israel has also launched a ground invasion of Lebanon, so they're all over the place. All right. The strike happened just as U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken was arriving back in the United States after a tour of the Middle East, where he and other U.S. officials had warned Israel to tender a response that would not further escalate the conflict in the region and exclude nuclear sites in Iran. Because Netanyahu, when he went Netanyahu went to the United Nations. Not this time when people were leaving. I think it was around the time of 2005, if I'm not mistaken, or it was more recent where he went to the United Nations and they had all the information on Iran as far as their nuclear capability programs. All right, making it look like they're the enemy, which they're both heathen nations. We don't give a damn. All right. But hey, we're in a time of war right now. White House National Security Council spokesman Sean Sevitt said in a statement that we understand that Israel is conducting targeted strikes against military targets in Iran and refer reporters to the Israeli government for more details on their operation. And meanwhile, they're going to send more money to Israel, and you useless American eaters are going to be like, either him or her is going to lower taxes when the debt for United States citizens is over $100,000. They're not going to lower the taxes for you useless eaters, man. All right, it's the same thing. George H.W. Bush said that back in the 80s. Read my lips, no new taxes. And then he threw taxes on the American citizens at that time. So they're going to send more money to Israel, all right, so they can fight these wars. And we're in a time of war. Meanwhile, Americans, what are they getting ready for? You got people in Tehran, Iran getting hit with retaliation missiles, and you people in America getting ready for Halloween next week. All right? Hey, best believe, man, war is coming here too, man, in the form of those intercontinental ballistic missiles and the Lord coming back. But before that, hey, you're going to have to deal with these foreign troops that's here, man. Because the best believe, they probably got some foreign troops from Israel and Iran already here, ready to get down on you useless American eaters. Right? So we gotta publish this. We can't keep still with this, man. All right. Let's go to Isaiah 62. We can't keep silent about this, man, because it's one step closer to us being saved. Salvation is the main goal in this ministry. It's not to just kick it and eat chicken and feel, I get around some, using brothers for money, coming around and eating chicken and taking tequila shots, and it's just because you hate the black woman, you find like you got to be here. No, we're here for salvation, man. All right, we're here to prophesy too. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls. We're the watchmen. We're the real watchtower. All right, these Jehovah's Wickedness say they got the watchtower. No, we're the real watchtower. We're out there week in and week out giving you a plethora of topics, namely prophecy, to tell what's going to happen before it happens. All right, World War III is coming. Before that, the mark of the beast which is the RFID microchip, will have to be made mandatory. Isaiah 62:6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. That's talking about Israel, a people before a place, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. We can't hold our peace, especially in these last days. We got to put it all out on the paint. We got to put it all out on the court. You know, with these celebrities, these entertainers, you know, these sports celebrities, he put it like Allen Iverson. He put it all on the line, his whole career. That's what they said about Allen Iverson. We got to put it all on the line when it comes to these prophecies and, you know, prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great and in this beast system, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. We can't be silent, man. These other Israelite camps is doing interviews with Tommy G. These other guys are doing debates. They're silent, okay? Great millstone starting from Apostle Sahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakal, and Apostle Ramlab, and the elder bishops are not keeping silence when it comes to prophecy, and give him no rest till he established until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. We're not, Jerusalem is a people before a place. We don't have praise, man. When you go to your job, you got to deal with these heathens and these other people. They talk down about you at your job, okay? Believe it or not, they talk down about you about your job. They say this and that. We don't have peace. We're still a proverb and byword. We're chanting down this place so we don't have to be under the curses of Deuteronomy 28. And that's up to the Lord, but hey, we got to keep doing this work, man. We got to keep feeding the sheep. We got to keep letting you know that war is coming. Okay? Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. Are we not prophesying against Babylon the Great, Israel, Iran, okay, all these foreign nations, according to Psalms the 83rd chapter, that conspired against us? We're prophesying against all these heathen nations, man. Now we understand that there's Israelites amongst these foreign nations, but we're prophesying against the heathen nations, man. All right? And against great kingdoms of war and of evil. We're prophesying about bad times, man. You people are sitting up here getting ready for Halloween, and all types of manner of evil is being performed out here at night. And you people are going to sit up here and send your kids to strangers' houses for some candy that's probably laced with marijuana, cocaine, and God knows what. In the name of this for the kids. That's what the minds of these people are on. Especially you get up here in these suburbs. These people in the suburbs, man, they have no clue what the F is going on. And of pestilence. They're talking about more lockdowns, more pestilence. We just had this monkeypox thing a couple months ago. It just went out the roof. Nobody's paying attention. It's holiday season. These people are already ready for the Thanksgiving ham, which is an abominable food, and Christmas. All right. So let me get this right quick. This is from the Muslim Times. Okay, it's just an article. All right, Henry Kissinger. All right, now I believe Henry Kissinger. Let's look up Henry Kissinger right quick, man. I believe he was a Secretary of State for Nixon. You know, he's a devil. Let's get some history on Henry Kissinger. Henry Alfred Kissinger was an American diplomat and political scientist who served as United States Secretary of State from 1973 to 1977 and National Security Advisor from 1969 to 1975. In the presidential administrations of Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford, born in Germany, he's a Temanite. He's probably a Amalekite as well. Kissinger immigrated to the United States in 1938. There you go, as an Ish refugee fleeing Nazi persecution. So he's a small hatter, man. All right, and he got the inside scoop of what's going on the left hand side. So this is from Harry Kissinger in 2008. Now, as accurate as ever, the delightful drums of war beat louder every day, because this is what Esau's about. He has the blessing of the sword. New York, USA. With open warfare breaking out between Iran and Israel. See, that's the spirit, man. This is from 2008. All right. Daily Squirrel visits Harry Kissinger to hear how the drums of war are beating. So let me get a little bit of this. I asked Kissinger in the last conversation we had in 2011. He was quoted as saying, "It is just the last stepping stone, i.e., Iran, which will really tip the balance." Why is Iran such a stepping stone for total global warfare? Kissinger pauses for a few seconds, then raps quietly yet forcibly. The Persians, which are Iranians, all right, because Kissinger knows, man, and Kissinger knows about the Hebrew Israelites as well. I believe Kissinger dropped dead some years ago, but hey, these small hatters know who we are, man. They know that they're imposters. The Persians, which are Iranians, which are from the nation of Elam, are the ultimate prize in global hegemony. Once that line is crossed, then the onus and power play increases incrementally. The stepping stone to global domination even closer for the United States. Iran is bolstered by Russia and China, and when we take that away from them, they will have less global power, they will have less global brinkmanship, they will see reduced global territorial influence in the region. Well, just now, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, BRICS, had a summit in Kazan, Russia. This will cause them to make a move, because if they do not, then they are finished, as well as the Iranians. So, Kissinger knew, back in 2008, 2011, when they had this interview, that, Iran is a key component as far as, world war. And Esau is not going to be able to, finish out his enterprise that he believes he does. All right? So let's get this in Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord's name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai, that he have taken against Edom, the red man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay? When you go back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, Jacob and Esau was in Rebekah's room, and two manner of people were in her womb. Okay? We weren't meant to get along. You got to do what you got to do out here. You got to, be peaceful amongst all men, like it says in Romans 12 and 18. But, you got to keep an eye on this devil, man. All of them. The scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Henry Kissinger is a Temanite, a so-called German, who's a small hatter. And Temanites are the smartest Edomites, all right? Because, you had the J. Robert Oppenheimer and the Manhattan Project, all right? They learned how to split the atom, all right, and to come up with this nuclear capability that the Lord put on their spirit. Read Isaiah 54, verses 16 and 17. Surely the least of the flock is these small hatters that are launching an attack on Iran today. That's the least of the flock, all right? Amalekites. You know who. The people that say they, who are not. You got to be careful with these words out here. Surely the least of the flocks shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with him. Now, what Kissinger didn't say, when, Israel fully brings an attack on Iran and they invade Iran, here comes Russia and China. Okay? And you're going to have full-scale war. All right, the scriptures talk about the valley of Jehoshaphat, where all nations are going to be gathered, and the God of the Bible, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is going to plead. He's going to judge these other nations for his heritage, his people, Israel. So that's what we're starting to see right now in 2024 going into 2025, because it's going to increase more and more. It ain't going to be no peace in the Middle East. There's never been peace in the Middle East since these Amalekites got over there. Ever since they got over there with the Balfour Declaration in 1948, it's been full-scale war. There's no peace in the Middle East. Back in the 80s, these rappers would say, peace in the Middle East. No, we don't want peace in the Middle East, man. We want this. I think it's Jeremiah 48 and 22. Bear with me for a sec. Where's Isaiah 48 and 22? There we go. Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, unto the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, namely Amalek. Okay? Read Malachi, the first chapter, verses 1 through 4, and you'll find out who the wicked is. All right? There's not going to be any peace for the wicked. It's going to be full-scale war until they go into captivity. So I believe that's it as far as what I had as far as these scriptures. You know, just a World War III update, because that's what's going to lead to, man. All right? We're here to tell you people. Matter of fact, let's get Jeremiah 1 and 5, because we have a job to do. All right? We got to go clock in with these other jobs, but this is the main work, man. All right? Because this is gonna enable us to live peacefully in the kingdom of heaven, putting in this work for Yahweh Shem Shai and being a prophet and declaring the end times. We're in the end times. This place is not going to be great again. Jeremiah 1 and 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And this goes into predestination. All right. 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. The servants are, I'm going to get it next. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So we're supposed to tell these nations of their demise. And best believe they watch the videos. Okay. Because the persecution is coming. We're going to be the target. But you know what? The Lord got us, man. All right, I'm going to end off in that 1 Corinthians, because I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to chop and screw the scriptures like you other Israelite camps do. All right? DJ screwing the scriptures. Chopping and screwing the scriptures, man. Right? And these other Israelite camps, they too focus on this folly, and war is at the door, man. 1 Corinthians 14 and 32, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So if you're a prophet in your past life, you're going to come back here and this beast system and prophesy again the downfall of America. So with that, Lord one, that was edifying. And we're at the verge of World War III. Let's get this Revelation 11 and 14 real quick. This is the times that we're in. For you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners. We're in a time of war right now. Okay? Now you can go to the bar and get you a little drink, get you a little date, go to the movies, go to a little sporting event. But we're in a time of war, man. All right? Now we got to do something to have some type of balance. All right? But the main thing is prophecy. And Elder Sakaran, the elder bishop from Connecticut, said this years ago. The main thing is prophecy. Revelation 11 and 14. The second war is past. World War I, World War II, both those wars are past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly, World War III, which results in the Israelites starting with the elect living happily ever after World War III, and you other nations going head first into slavery and serving us. So with that, I want to say shalom. That's the good news.